On my honor.
I will do my best.
To do my duty.
To God and my country.
To obey the Scout law.
To help other people at all times.
To keep myself physically strong, mentally awake,
and morally straight.
You know, it's a critical time in the juncture not only of Dallas and Circle 10 Council, but of this country.
Look around the country, look around the city. There's a lot of sadness.
Through the past decades, we've lost a moral compass. And the only way that we will ever return to our greatness is through the lives of young people.
We need more leaders in this country, and we need more leaders in this community.
There's no better vehicle for development of our young people than through the tenets and the principles that are only given through Boy Scouts of America.
Well, I believe Scouting is the very best leadership development program that's ever been created. What I've seen with Scouts is they don't just watch things happen, they make things happen. We make people proactive.
Boy Scouts has had such an important impact on our nation from its inception, and now today is continuing that transformative effect and evolving to meet the emerging needs of the community and the nation.
It's very core. Part of what Scouting is all about is setting goals and achieving goals.
Those merit badges that they have to obtain, all 21 of them, they're different steps, and each one of those steps have certain tasks associated with it.
As an assistant scoutmaster, I see the little 11-year-old young man come in who unsure of themselves and kind of trying to figure out the world. And I see the confidence that grows from getting your first leadership position as an assistant patrol leader and being responsible for gathering the wood to build a fire.
I wish everyone could understand that Scouting is so much more than what we are believing, that it's just camping, a bonfire, a good time, a period in life that's transient, but it's for a lifetime. They carry these values for a lifetime.
The magic of Scouting is we use the fun and the adventure and the excitement of the outdoors to attract young people who are then exposed to these quality adult volunteers who help make a difference in their lives.
The character development is tremendous, and today we have a number of Eagle Scouts that I know are CEOs and CFOs and C-level executives at corporations.
There really was not a lot about me that was remarkable as a young man. I was pretty shy, and I was placed in by a wise scoutmaster in a role of a senior patrol leader, which is the leader of the troop as a boy. And I was forced almost to take on a leadership role, and it really helped me overcome some insecurities I had.
I continue to believe there's not another organization in our country that provides the type of value system, leadership training, self-esteem, and development that the Boy Scouts of America provide. And I can tell you that if you're looking for great employees, you should be asking if they were ever a Boy Scout. What employer would not want his employees to live by those values?
One of the things that we do in Circle 10 that's very innovative is our Scoutreach program. These are young people who could not participate in Scouting were it not for financial assistance. And in 2014, we spent $3,009,000 to make Scouting available to 12,455 young people who otherwise wouldn't be involved. Fully 25% of the young people that we serve.
We know that 53% of households in poverty here are led by a mom. And if she has a boy, there may not be a role model who can really give her son what he needs to become the man she wants him to be. Boy Scouts, through Scoutreach, is providing those mentors and that leadership training to that young man who might not otherwise ever have that opportunity.
I'd also say that, we do a good job of serving folks across all economic spectrums. And so even if a child, through our Scoutreach program, may not have the financial means otherwise to participate in Scouting, we ensure that they've got a troop to participate in leadership. They can go to summer camp, they can get their merit badges, they can get a Scout uniform, all of those things. So we really try to make sure that Scouting is available to the broadest spectrum of youth in the greater Dallas Circle 10 Council footprint.
Some will become Eagle Scouts, some will be Scouts for a few years, but either way, the exposure to Boy Scouts is going to be tremendous for them.
So why would you not put your children in Scouting, and why would we not give to Scouting?
investing in the Boy Scouts, in my opinion, is one of the best, if not the best, organizations to invest in.
Investment is the right word. It's not a donation, it's not a charity, it's investment.
You want to send great citizens into your community where you're conducting business and where your employees are raising their families. And the Scouting program makes great things happen in our community. So the current day needs, obviously, are the operating funds, which we need to carry out the programs, deliver on a day-to-day basis. The capital funds build our camps, they build our structures that are necessary to provide the kids a quality experience when they're in the outdoors or they're in training and activities around the council. But finally, the endowment is very important to take out the swings that occur in our economy from time to time. It's important that we address all three of those needs, both the near term, the infrastructure itself, and then sustaining that in the years to come with a strong endowment. I'll quote Will Rogers, who once said, "The only thing wrong with Boy Scouts of America, there's not enough of them."
We had a young man who was an Eagle Scout, and he came from a really, really tough part of the city. And he stood up in front of this group of mostly adults in his Scout uniform, and he held up his hand and he gave the sign of the Crips and the Bloods, and he said, "These are the kinds of gangs that I was exposed to when I was growing up." But he said, "This is my gang." And he said, because of the Scouts, I can go to school, I can make my way to school, and they provide me a safe place to grow up. That's what we're all about.
Scouting works.
Scouting matters.
Scouting lasts for a lifetime.